At first glance, they may seem like ordinary kids, laughing, playing, and trying to live normal lives. But behind their smiles lie rare and baffling conditions that defy science and medicine. These are the stories of children born with some of the world's most mysterious and shocking abnormalities. From unexplained growths to conditions never seen before, the truth behind their struggles is both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. What's really going on with these children? The answer might just change the way you see the world. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell, so let's get started. Tio Satrio is an inspiring young boy from Penawangan village in West Java, Indonesia, born without arms and legs. Despite this, he has flourished into a determined and optimistic individual. His mother, Mimi, was unaware of his condition during pregnancy and only realized it after his birth. Initial shock quickly gave way to acceptance and unwavering dedication to helping Tio thrive. From an early age, Tio learned to adapt ingeniously. He performs everyday tasks, such as writing, eating, and unwrapping snacks, using his chin, mouth, and shoulders. His intellect stands out, particularly in school, where he excels in mathematics, solving fourth-grade level problems, like multiplication and division, at an age where most are just beginning basic arithmetic. Tio is also a passionate gamer. He mastered the PlayStation controller using only his chin and shoulders, and plays daily, often outperforming his classmates and enjoying every moment of his gaming sessions. This pursuit brings him immense joy and underscores his skill, adaptability, and resilience. At school, Tio is well loved. His laughter and positivity have made him a favorite among classmates and teachers, who support him in his wheelchair and cheer him on. Though daily support with dressing and mobility is still needed, he attends SLB Firdaus, a special needs school, where he receives assistance and encouragement. Tio's story is one of courage and boundless spirit. Through creativity, intelligence, and an unyielding attitude, he shows the world that disability does not define one's potential. He is a powerful testament to human adaptability and hope. Mahendra Ahur was born on the 25th of September 2003 in the village of Atwa, Madhya Pradesh, India. From infancy, he suffered from congenital myopathy, a muscle-wasting disorder so severe that his neck could not support his head. By age 12, it hung forward at nearly 180 degrees, resting on his chest. Everyday tasks, eating, reading, even drawing breath, were exhausting, and his growth was stunted by chronic pain and immobility. His parents, Mukesh and Sumitra, both day laborers, carried him to more than 50 hospitals across India, only to be told that any attempt to straighten his spine might kill him. Poverty and despair led the family to admit, in a moment of anguish, that death sometimes seemed kinder than watching their child suffer. Hope arrived from 7,000 kilometers away. Julie Jones, a mother of two in Liverpool, read Mahendra's story online and launched a crowdfunding campaign that raised about £12,000 Rs9 lakh in just weeks, enough to pay for a high-risk operation that no Indian charity had been willing to fund. In May 2016, spinal surgeon Dr. Rajagopalan Krishnan performed a 10-hour procedure at Polo Hospital, New Delhi. He removed degenerated cervical discs, inserted a bone graft from Mahendra's pelvis, and fixed the spine with a titanium plate. When the anesthetic wore off, Mahendra could lift his gaze for the first time. Within a fortnight, he was sitting in a wheelchair, poring over school books, and talking more loudly because his airway was finally clear. "For me, the sun rose when his head came up," his mother said. Tragically, the victory was brief. On the 5th of November 2016, just 8 months after surgery, the 13-year-old collapsed while watching television and died, most likely from a sudden cardiopulmonary event linked to his underlying disease. Yet in those final months, he experienced life upright. He went to school, played with friends, and dreamed of one day running a small shop. Mahendra's story remains a testament to resilience, to the power of strangers' kindness, and to the difference a single act of generosity can make. Grayson Cole Smith was born on February 15, 2013 in Alabama, with 22 rare birth defects. Doctors said he wouldn't survive long. He was blind, deaf, had a hole in his heart, and was missing parts of his skull and spine. No other child in the world had his exact condition, so doctors named it Grayson syndrome. But Grayson was a fighter. Instead of living for days, He lived for over 8 years. He underwent more than 30 surgeries, including skull, spine, and heart operations. Despite everything, Grayson regained his sight, hearing, and even learned to speak. His favorite things? iPads, baseball, motorcycles, and cheering for Alabama football. His smile lit up every room, and even though his body was fragile, his spirit was unstoppable. A viral meme once mocked his appearance, but his family turned the negativity into awareness, showing the world that Grayson wasn't someone to pity, he was someone to admire. Grayson passed away on July 31st, 2021. But his legacy lives on, reminding us that courage isn't about how long you live, it's about how brightly you shine while you're here. Zion Harvey was just 2 years old when a deadly infection changed his life forever. He developed sepsis, a severe illness that forced doctors to amputate both of his hands and feet, and later, he needed a kidney transplant, donated by his brave mother. Most kids would have been crushed, but not Zion. Even without hands, he learned to write, eat, play video games, and run with prosthetic feet. His spirit was unshakable. Then came something truly historic. At just 8 years old, Zion became the first child in the world to receive a double hand transplant. In 2015, a 40-person medical team at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia spent 10 hours attaching donor hands to Zion's arms. It was a risky, groundbreaking surgery, and it worked. Just days later, his new hands turned pink. Blood was flowing. And over the next few months, Zion stunned the world. Through intense therapy, he began moving his fingers, feeding himself, tying his shoes, and even throwing a baseball. His brain, which had adapted to life without hands, retrained itself to feel and control the new ones. But what truly amazed everyone was Zion's attitude. He once said, "I'm still the same kid you knew before, but now I have hands, and I can do everything better." He even threw the first pitch at an MLB game, hugging his mom afterward with the hands he never thought he'd have. Zion Harvey's story isn't just about medical miracles, it's about courage, second chances, and the strength of a child who never gave up. John Chris Carl Curante is a young boy from Dumanjug, Cebu, Philippines, and he's known around the world as the boy with over 300 teeth. Born with a rare condition called hyperdontia, John Chris didn't just have a few extra teeth, his mouth was overcrowded with hundreds of them. This caused severe swelling, pain, and made simple things like eating and speaking a daily challenge. At just 9 years old, his condition drew national and global attention. Doctors removed over 40 teeth in a single surgery, and it was just the beginning. He would need at least 7 more operations to extract the remaining teeth and correct his bite. But despite his medical battles, John Chris never gave up. He continues to go to school, where he excels in academics and dreams of becoming a civil engineer someday. While many kids might feel embarrassed or broken by such a rare condition, John Chris remains confident, humble, and filled with hope. His story isn't just about a rare dental condition, it's about facing the impossible with courage, about finding strength in struggle, and never letting your uniqueness define your limits. He once said, "Even though I'm different, I want to make a difference." This is a real photo of a Vietnamese child born with macrocephaly, a condition where the head is abnormally large due to an enlarged or misshapen cranium. The severe deformity is one of the many tragic health issues linked to Agent Orange, the toxic herbicide sprayed across Vietnam during the war. Decades after the conflict, children in Vietnam are still being born with birth defects believed to be caused by dioxin, the poisonous chemical compound in Agent Orange. Macrocephaly, along with missing limbs, facial disfigurements, and developmental delays, are just some of the painful consequences. This child represents the silent victims of a war they were never part of. Their condition is not just a medical issue. It is a symbol of generational trauma and environmental injustice. What can you say about this? Comment down below. Yaya Eljabali, a Moroccan boy born in a village near Tangiers, entered the world with a rare and severe congenital condition. His facial bones failed to fuse properly during fetal development, resulting in the absence of eyes, a nose, and a functioning mouth. Additionally, parts of his skull were missing, leaving portions of his brain covered only by skin. For the first few years of his life, Yahya was confined to his home, as exposure to the outside world posed significant health risks. His parents sought medical assistance in Morocco, but were told that nothing could be done. However, hope emerged when a Moroccan-born woman living in Melbourne, Fatima Baraka, came across a photograph of Yahya on Facebook. Moved by his plight, she decided to help. Fatima facilitated Yahya's journey to Australia, where he was admitted to the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne. There, a team of surgeons led by Professor Tony Holmes performed an 18-hour reconstructive surgery to reconstruct his facial features. The operation was complex and fraught with risks, as Yahya had never undergone any medical procedures before and had no prior medical records. The surgery was a success, and Yahya's transformation was profound. He now has a nose, an upper jaw, and the ability to speak thanks to the preservation of his vocal cords. His case garnered international attention, highlighting the power of compassion and medical expertise in changing lives. Yaya's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the impact of global kindness. Joy and Joyce Magsino are Filipino conjoined twins born in February 2008 in Lucena City, Quezon. They are craniopagus twins, meaning they are joined at the head, a rare condition occurring in approximately 1 in 2.5 million live births. At birth, doctors predicted they would not survive beyond 10 years. However, they have defied the odds and, as of 2025, are thriving teenagers. In July 2023, Joy and Joyce graduated with honors from Lucena East West Elementary School. A video shared by their sister, Fatima Athena Magsino, captured the twins ascending the stage to receive their medals, accompanied by their mother, Jo Marie Magsino. The video went viral, garnering widespread admiration and support from netizens. Despite their condition, the twins lead active lives, engaging with their peers and sharing content on TikTok, where they have amassed over 200,000 followers. They have expressed a desire to undergo a separation surgery to gain more independence. However, the procedure is highly risky and expensive, estimated at around $75,000, over 4 million pesos. Their story has been featured on various platforms, including the global TV show Born Different, highlighting their resilience and the challenges they face. Joy and Joyce's journey continues to inspire many, showcasing the strength of the human spirit and the importance of family support. Meet Laya Woodard, also known as Elastic Lila, a jaw-droppingly talented contortionist, aerialist, and foot archer who's redefining what the human body can do. Born in 2006 in Santa Barbara, California, Lila showed an unusual level of flexibility from a very young age. By 6, she was already stretching and twisting in ways that most people could never imagine. And it wasn't long before the world took notice. She joined Le Petit Cirque, a one-of-a-kind all-kids humanitarian circus troupe, where she mastered contortion, aerial silks, hand balancing, and even foot archery. Yes, shooting a bow and arrow with her feet. Her skills took her to incredible heights, literally. At just 11 years old, she performed at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo, Norway, mesmerizing global audiences with her extreme flexibility and flawless aim. She's also wowed millions through appearances on shows like Little Big Shots, Pickler and Ben, and Home and Family, earning her a spot as one of the most unique young performers in the world. But Lila is more than just a performer. She's a passionate peace advocate, serving as a youth spokesperson for the Nuclear Age Peace Foundation, using her platform not just to amaze, but to inspire. Whether she's dangling upside down from aerial silks, folding herself into impossible poses, or firing arrows with her toes, Laya Woodard is living proof that talent, passion, and purpose can come together in the most unexpected and awe-inspiring ways. Imagine being born with a condition so rare and severe that your head grows to nearly 3 times its normal size. This was the reality for Runa Beigum, a baby girl from a remote village in Tripura, India. She suffered from hydrocephalus, a condition where cerebrospinal fluid accumulates in the brain, causing immense swelling. Runa's parents, Abdul and Fatima, were impoverished and lacked access to proper medical care. Their lives changed when a photograph of Runa, taken by a local photographer, went viral. The image captured global attention, leading to an outpouring of support. A Norwegian NGO and India's Fortis Hospital stepped in, offering free treatment. Runa underwent multiple surgeries, reducing her head circumference from 94 to 58 centimeters. Her journey was documented in the Netflix film Rooting for Runa, highlighting not just her medical battles, but also the systemic healthcare challenges in rural India. Tragically, in June 2017, at the age of 5, Runa passed away due to breathing complications. Her story remains a poignant reminder of the disparities in healthcare access and the impact of global compassion. For a deeper insight into Runa's life and legacy, you can watch the documentary Rooting for Runa on Netflix. In 2014, in Orlando, Florida, a baby named Jackson Buell was born with a rare and severe brain malformation called microhydranencephaly, resulting in the absence of about 80% of his brain and skull. Doctors predicted he wouldn't survive more than a few days. However, Jackson defied these odds, living for over 5 years and inspiring people worldwide with his resilience and strength. His parents, Brandon and Brittany Buell, chose to continue the pregnancy despite the grim prognosis, guided by their faith and love for their unborn son. They documented Jackson's journey on social media, where he became known as Jackson Strong. Through photos and videos, the world saw Jackson's milestones, smiling, making sounds, and interacting with his environment, achievements once deemed impossible. Jackson's story garnered widespread attention, leading to a supportive community that followed his progress and contributed to his medical expenses. His life challenged perceptions about disabilities and the value of life, emphasizing hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. On April 1st, 2020, Jackson passed away peacefully in North Carolina, surrounded by his family. His father, Brandon, shared heartfelt tributes expressing pride in his son's courage and the profound impact he had on countless lives. Jackson's legacy continues to inspire, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit and the power of unconditional love. We often take health for granted, but for these children, every breath, every step, every smile is a miracle. Behind their rare and unusual conditions are real lives, real pain, and real strength. These are not just medical cases. They are stories of courage, love, and survival. So the next time you see someone who looks different, remember, you're not seeing what's wrong. You're seeing what's extraordinary. Because the truth isn't just shocking. It's inspiring. What are your thoughts on these incredible stories? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening content.